Hello, welcome to Dmacs training. In this review, we will go over some key basic information on how to use the system. To start, launch Dmacs by double-clicking the appropriate icon on your desktop. This will bring up the login window, which uses the same username and password as your admin computer. When you log in, your screen may be blank or have a white background with no information. If this is the case at your workstation, go to File, Restore Layout, and you should now see the Load Layout window. Choose the appropriate layout, then click OK. Once you have successfully logged into Dmacs, you should see a screen similar to this one. Make sure you see the correct station in your session of Dmacs. If the incorrect station is displayed, your changes will not be recognized and you may be changing the settings at a different station. Now, let's go over the basic layout of the main screen, and please keep in mind the view at your station may be slightly different. At the top, you will see a row of buttons which represent the DirecTV satellites which transmit programming for our customers. On the left-hand side, you will see additional buttons that let you know how many pages or channels are associated with a particular satellite. In the main portion of the Dmacs screen is the grid for selecting the channel you wish to view, as well as a detailed breakdown of the signal path. Once a channel is selected, a separate window will open up to display more information about the channel. We will go over more of this in depth shortly. On the right-hand side of the main page, we have the thread monitor view, which gives you various options on how you want to view different parts of the signal path. Again, the view at your station may be different. The SAPS utility button lets you view and monitor incoming signals such as procs and receivers. Workstations may be set up differently depending on what signals you want to monitor. The Thread Monitor Audio section allows you to choose which audio sources you wish to monitor. Please consult your supervisor or manager on any concerns the way your station is set up. Now let's go back to the channel selection grid. Each box in the grid shows basic information about each channel, including the call sign, BOC number, and the status of that channel. Selecting the channel opens up a new window that gives you detailed information about the channel, how it's routed, and the health of the channel. On the upper left-hand side is an informational box which shows us the BOC assignment, station call sign, the viewer channel. Again, we see the channel call sign, and in parentheses, we see that this is a DirecTV Latin America channel. Now let's take a look at what the colors inside the circle mean. Green indicates a healthy channel status. Yellow indicates a minor problem, but the customer should not be impacted. Pink indicates an uplink issue, and red indicates a downlink issue. Pink or red inside the circle means that there could be a customer impacting issue and should be investigated and resolved as soon as possible. Now let's take a look at what the colors inside the square mean. Blue indicates there's a slide inserted on air. Gray indicates the channel is in shadow mode. Orange means that there's a comm alarm for the channel. Black indicates the channel is in maintenance mode. And finally, purple indicates the channel is in sleep mode. Now let's take a look at the individual parts that make up the signal path and how to identify any potential issues. For this channel, there is no server attached to this position, so the description is none. The next position is the receiver. This is where incoming signals are initially captured. The signal is then sent to a placeholder where we assign it a name. In this case, the signal is assigned to proc 141. The next step is the encoder, which processes and prepares the signal for the MUX. The MUX is able to receive signals from multiple encoders. The TPS adds additional parameters to the broadcast signals, such as subtitles, as well as conditional access for pay-per-view events. The signal then passes through a modulator, which prepares the in-house signal to be sent to an antenna and transmitted out to our customers. If you have any questions regarding any parts of the signal path, please consult your supervisor or manager. Next, let's take a look at the Slides command button. Clicking on the button will bring up this orange box. Clicking on the drop-down arrow will show you the different slides that can be placed on air. Once you have the slide you want selected, click the Insert button. A prompt box will appear and ask, "Are you sure?" Click the OK button to complete the process. To remove the slide from air, follow the same path and click the Remove button. Click OK when prompted and the slide will be removed. The Swap USPS button allows you to change from the primary to backup signal path. Consult your supervisor or manager on when to use this button, as it should be used with caution. Now let's go over the BOC attribute window. First, we have the BOC assignment number. The service field in this example shows this is a DirecTV Latin America channel, the channel call sign VH1, and the viewer channel 262. The format field lets you know if the signal is in standard or high definition. The audio field shows the language to provide a broadcast in. If English and Spanish are both present, you will see an additional field labeled Audio 2. The source field on most channels will be blank and left undefined at this time. The share field lets you know if the signal is being shared by any other entity. The satellite fields show what satellite the signal is coming from. UL stands for uplink transponder, and DL stands for downlink transponder. The insertion field lets us know if commercial breaks are being inserted into the programming. The final field shows the MUX share status of the channel. When looking at the signal path, you will see some colors that are light and some that are dark. Light colors such as light green, light blue, and light red indicate that the equipment is on air. Dark green, dark blue, or dark red indicate the piece of equipment is off air and is in backup position.